Welcome back to another video. I know I've not posted in like months or weeks, and I know that's kind of annoying because I know I promised some more videos, but I've had exams and they take priority. But today we're going to be going through the GCSE Spanish paper, my tips on doing the test in class, what my advice is, question breakdown. And I know I'm not a qualified teacher yet, but I just want to give you my advice because there's not a lot out there on answering the questions. So this is the AQA foundation. You get an hour to do it, which for me, in my personal opinion, that's not enough. I think you should, or pretty much other subjects get 1.5 hours to 1 hour 45, but language only gets 1 hour, which I think it should be at least 1 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's no, it's not quarter past an hour. Right, I need to stop before I get. Can't speak. So you're usually gonna get a photo, and you describe what you see in the photo. So yeah, let me just get my highlighter out. Pens ready. So yeah, as we see, it says write 4 words or 4 phrases in Spanish that describe the photo. As we can see, the photo is of some camping thing, but you could talk about what they're doing, the chatting, how many people there, the gender of the people, where they are. So what I would do if I was thinking about breaking down the question, I'd look, of course that's scribe, that's 4 phrases. I know this is the worst highlighter ever, let me try it with. That's obviously Spanish, that's even worse, described in the photo. I'm just going to highlight the bottom of it. So this is the 16 mark question, the 40 words, sorry, not 90. So as you can see, we've got, just let me move. We've got the question. Your Spanish friend has just, no wait. Your Spanish friend has written to you about your free time. So if you look at this question, you'd see which amigo, which is obviously friend, that's obviously Spanish, relating to the nationality of your friend. 2 is your pregunta, look, which question, about your tiempo libre. Do not get confused, this is not a book, it's free time. So write about your interests and activities. They're cognates, so you'll probably get those mentioned, cognate again. So music, of course. If you don't know this, then take a wild guess, but I think if you're in GCSE level, you should know what that is. That's of course sport. Cine is obviously cinema. That's obviously restaurants. I can't spell restaurants, so prepare for my awful English spelling. You get the gist. So they're pretty easy questions, easy things. Pretty much 90% are cognates. So yeah. So what I would talk about music, you could talk about your favourite bands, your favourite groups. That's basically the same thing. You could talk about concerts. Sport, do you do sport, opinions on sport, cinema. I'd stick to last time you went to the cinema, for example. Last week I went to the cinema with friends, blah blah blah. Restaurants, talk about your favourite restaurants. But you've got to include your time phrases, your opinions and reasons. Make sure you do that in here. Avoid trying to make it too complicated. My advice would be to just try and do something solid and get your opinions, reasons and time phrases in. So write approximately 90 words in Spanish. So I won't be writing it. Maybe if you want a video of me just answering the questions, then sure. So we have some translation phrases. Translate the following sentences in Spanish. So how would I break this down? Let's take the first two questions. I have a computer. I have, you should know, computer. So if you don't get the question, then use filler words. Don't just leave it blank. Just write anything, to be honest. So blah 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 blah. I watch television. You should get I watch the television. You wouldn't say the in English, but you would probably say it in Spanish. Con mi hermana, of course, with my sister. I think that's a pretty easy one. We eat breakfast. We're gonna use the we. You're gonna probably use the we form of eat breakfast, then a time, and then I want to have a shower. I want infinitive shower because it uses less water. So high level, because you're giving it a opinion and why you're backing it up. We went to the park. You should get we went park last Sunday. So yeah, this is the 16 mark questions. So follow along. Get a pen. Your Spanish friend. You should get that. Spanish friend has just written a letter to celebrate your birthday. You should get that. Looks a bit like celebrate. That is cumpleaños, is obviously birthday. He writes to ask about your school and your plans for the future. So colegio looks like college, and that links to education. Planes looks like plans for the future, looks like future. So basically, your Spanish friend So write a letter. Mention what you did with your friends, what you did with your family to celebrate your last birthday. So that's obviously birthday. Don't get confused. It's not the ultimate, the best. It's last. That's obviously celebrate. That past tense. What did you with your family? That's obviously family. So your opinions about life in school. So they're asking about what you think about school. Do you like it? How the teachers? So that's obviously opinions. If you don't know what vida is, you might know that the famous song. That's obviously life and college, school. I mean. So if you didn't get that, you could get your opinions on your school. So if you just got opinions school, you could work it out with just being about talking about your opinions of school. So third bullet point is how your exams are going. So talk about how your exams are going. This is a bit harder. That's obviously exams. So if I didn't know that, I'd be going on about exams. So just talk about your exams and stuff. So the last bullet point, what you're going to do next September. That's obviously September, that's to do. In looking at it, it's obviously asking about future, so you would suggest what they're asking you, what you're going to do in September. So to answer this, just simply try and translate the phrases. If you can't get it, you will find words that you'll get. So just play around with that. Last question. Get a drink. So that good water. You just spent your holidays in Spain. So you're gonna get that is obviously holidays in Spain. So your overall thing you're gonna think about is it's talking about holidays in Spain. That's if you get that, it's not past, it's like talking about time, what you did. So you're asked to write to your female friend. Write a letter, of course, write a letter. What did you do in Spain? So talk about stuff what you did, like holiday, plans, etc. Then this is a good one. What's the differences of what differences are there of life in Spain and in England? So they're asking you to compare how life is in England to Spain. So you're going to get that. Differences. Vida comes up again, which is life. But if you didn't get that, let's just cross it out. You get, obviously, Spain and England. So you'll get differences, Spain and England. If I didn't get that out, if I didn't understand any of the other words, I'd just take it as talking about differences of Spain and England. So yeah, that's quick. Third bullet point, I cannot speak. Where are you going to spend the holidays this summer and why? So you're going to give a place, holidays, summer, why. So you're going to talk about, in summer I want to go to Lebanon, for example. So blah blah blah, go on why you want to go. Get your past tenses in. Make sure you revise your time phrase, your past, future, present, not present. I cannot speak. Also get your opinions in there. It's very important you know your past, present, future. And the last one is, why are the holidays important? I struggled to translate this one, but pretty much comes to about why. If you literally translate it is, why are the holidays important? But no one really says that, so you're probably going to assume that they're talking about your opinion on holidays. So that's it. Got some more paper. I know that was horrific, and I prepared for a stream of angry comments, but I was just bored and wanted to go through it. So yeah, of course, I'm not qualified to teach, but whatever. Couldn't give a flying fuck.